Welcome back to the Everyday Faith Podcast from Eastside with today's faith-rooted principle.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, May the 5th. It's Pastor Finley Cutshaw with today's rooted principle. It is this: His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I'm sure that's familiar to most of you from the hymn that we know of, His eye is on the sparrow, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Matthew chapter 6, verse 26 says this: Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Oftentimes in this life we feel that we are alone, or we feel like maybe God has not been watching over us like we would like for Him to, but that's simply not true. God is always watching over us. This verse tells us that God even feeds the little sparrows. And it reminds us of the song, His Eyes on the Sparrow. That song was written by Civilla Martin in 1905. Civilla was married to Walter Martin, and he was an evangelist who led revival meetings around the country. Civilla and Walter wrote the lyrics and music for some of the hymns they used in their services, and she later told the story how this hymn came to be written. Early in the spring of 1905, she writes, my husband and I were sojourning in Elmira, New York. We contracted a deep friendship for a couple by the name of Mr. and Mrs. Doolittle. True saints of God, Mrs. Doolittle had been bedridden for nigh 20 years. Her husband was an incurable cripple who had to propel himself to and from his business in a wheelchair. Despite their afflictions, they lived happy Christian lives, bringing inspiration and comfort to all who knew them. One day while we were visiting with the Doolittles, my husband commented on their bright hopefulness and asked them for the secret of it. Mrs. Doolittle's response was simple: His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. The beauty of this simple expression of boundless faith gripped the hearts and fired the imagination of Dr. Martin and Mrs. Martin. The hymn, His Eyes on the Sparrow, was the outcome of that experience. Mrs. Doolittle also quoted Matthew 6:26, Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? With that same encouraging faith, this hymn was born. Here's the words to the hymn, verse 1. Why should I feel discouraged, and why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is He. His eyes on the sparrow, I know He watches me. Verse 2. Let not your heart be troubled, His tender word I hear, and resting on His goodness, I lose my doubts and fears. Though by the path He leadeth, but one step I may see, His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. Finally, verse 3 says this: Whenever I am tempted, whenever clouds arise, when songs give place to sighing, when hope within me dies, I draw the closer to Him, from care He sets me free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. We, of course, sing these words along with that. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free, for His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. Do you know today that Jesus watches over you? God bless.
Thanks for joining us for today's Rooted Principle right here on the Everyday Faith Podcast. If today's conversation has encouraged you, be sure to share it with someone who might need it, and don't forget to follow and subscribe so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time right here on the Everyday Faith Podcast.